Hello and welcome to SprutCAM tutorials brought to you by Tormach. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to alter an XML file in order to put some of the presets that you would normally use while programming in SprutCAM. The first thing we're going to do is we'll X out of this. Now we will go to our start menu and we will click on computer, and we will double click our operating system drive, and we're going to click program files. Now this may be program files x86, it all depends on what operating system you're running, so we'll click program files, and we're going to scroll down, find Sprut Technology, then SprutCAM 7, and then supplement. We'll double click supplement, double click operations, double click mill operations, and here we are. This is where we want to start, and we're going to start with mill 25D0 or DOP. And what we're going to do is take that, we are going to right click and copy it. Now we're going to minimize this screen, and we're going to open it up, and in our documents file we're going to create a new, let's move this over, we're going to create a new file. So right click, new folder, and we're going to call it Sprut XMLs or XMLs. There we go. Okay, and now we are going to paste that XML file in there. The reason why we do this is because depending on the operating system, I have Vista right now, it won't allow you to save these XML files. It's afraid that you're going to mess something up, so it won't allow you to save them. So we have to alter them away from the program and then bring them back in. So we will open up Sprut XMLs. We have this mill 25DOP. We're going to right click on that and click edit. So now you'll see a whole bunch of programming strings, and what we're going to do is scroll down, and we're looking for the draft angle. That's what we're going to fix first, and what you will see is it's somewhere in there, it's going to say SC type ID equals draft angle. So we have to find that first. So I think it's about 3/4 of the way or so down. Here we go. We find it. SC type ID draft angle. So when you go to do this, remember that's about where that slider bar is. And we are going to change the default value from 3, and we're going to make it 0. Now we want to change the trochoid mode, and so we got to find something that says SC type ID trochoid, and there it is, trochoids, and we want to change the default value from pocket step to off. Alright, so we can click file now and save, and we can close off of that. Now we're going to re-up that mill operation screen again, and we're going to go to the next XML file, which is going to be pocket parameters. So we'll find pocket parameters, and we're going to do the same thing. Copy, go to the Sprut XMLS file, open that up, right click, paste. We got pocket parameters now. We're going to right click, edit, and what we're going to do in this is the same thing we did the last one. We want to find the one that says ID trochoids mode, and once we find that, we're going to turn it to off, and it happens to be right up here at the beginning. In pocket parameters, trochoids mode, type enumerated, default value pocket step, we're going to change that to off. And click File and click Save. Now we're going to close out of that. Go back to the screen that's on our OS. We'll find the rest of the active XML files. And now we want to do mill operations, which we're in, and find Waterline. We're going to copy that and go back to our SprutXML's file. Click Paste. Right click and edit. And for Waterline, there's a couple things we're going to change. We're going to change the draft angle like we had before, and we're going to change the trochoid thing again. So let's find the SC type ID draft angle. Well, we'll have to scroll down till we find it. Let's look around here and see if it's about in the same place as it was before. Well, look at that. We found trochoids. We want to change that, so we'll just change that first. Pocket step turns into off. And now we will look for our draft angle still. It's going to be around here somewhere. There's draft angle, and default value of 3. We're going to change that to 0, and click File and Save. Now get out of there. Now we're going to go to the engraving op. So go back to our OS full of the SprutCAM XMLs, and we want to find engrave op, engrave op. There it is. So copy, back to SprutXMLs and paste. So we have engrave op. Now we want to right click and edit. And in engrave op, we're doing the same thing as we did in the rest of them. We're going to change the default value to 0. And we're going to turn the trochoids mode off. And so we've been running down a little ways on these. See if we can find either the draft angle or, oh, there's trochoids. So there it is. We're going to turn pocket step, turn that to off. Nope. And let's see if we can find draft angle now. Should be not too far away. There it is, draft angle. Default value 3. We're going to change that to 0. Now, obviously, if you're doing a lot of stuff, if you want your default value to be 1, make it 1. You know, there can be quite a few different things that you can go through here and try anything that you want in the XML files. I just recommend that you make copies of the standard XML files, so in case something goes wrong, you can always go back to your original. Alright, so we've changed those. We can click File and Save. Now we are going to be looking for a little different file. This is to, well, let's see here. We want to change the lead in, lead out file from distance to level. And what that is basically we want to change it from incremental to absolute. So in order to do that, we need to go to a little bit different page. We'll close out of this and we'll minimize this. Okay, we're in here where we're at operations, mill operations. What we want to do is from operation, we want to go back to operations, and now we want to pick abstract mill op. So let's find that abstract mill op. We're going to copy that. We'll go back to SprutXMLs and we will paste it in there. And now we are going to edit it. and we are going to be looking for a SC type ID of feed switch level. So let's go and see if we can find feed switch level, and we'll just kind of start scrolling down, see if we can find feed switch level. Here's another way of finding something somewhat quick. What we can do is click on to edit and find, and we can put feed switch level. That's exactly how it's written. So we're going to match the case and find it. Oh, look at that. There it is. Feed switch level. The default value is increment. We want to take it from increment and we want to change it to absolute. So A, capital A, B, S, O, L, U, T, E. Absolute. Now, what we can do also is change the absolute value. And that is abs value default value equals, so abs value default value equals 0. So if you like to put things in, I like to do 50 thousandths. Now here's where it gets a little sketchy. If you put 50 thousandths in there, it's not actually going to put that in there because it's going to make a metric conversion of that. So what we need to do is we'll open up our calculator. Bring the calculator in here. Now we're going to put and make it 0.05 divided by 25.4. So if we put 0.00197 in there, it should default to 50 thousandths. So let's try that. So 0.00, let's go back to calculator, 0.0019, and we'll round it up to 7. So 197. 0.00197. We'll keep that there. Click File and Save. And that's all we're going to change right now. However, we can also change, let's see, maybe we'll change one more thing, and that would be the machine, or the tool path that we want to find. What do we want our default tool table to be? Alright, so now we're going to change the default tool library that SprutCAM calls up. So we'll make sure we save this abstract mill. We'll close out of that, and we'll minimize our SprutXML's file. And now what we want to do is go back a little ways here, and we'll start back at Sprut Technology, okay, and then SprutCAM 7, and we'll go to Supplement, and then we want to go to Machines, and then we want to go to Abstract Machine. Oh, I double clicked Abstract Machine. That's not what we want to do. We just want to right click on Abstract Machine and copy it. Now we'll go to SprutXMLs, and we will paste it in there, Abstract Machine. Now we'll right click and edit it, and right up at the top of this one you'll read down here, and it'll go all the way down here to Libraries folder, and it says toolkit.csv. Okay, now whatever toolkit that you want to be the default one that it opens, okay, that's what you want to put in here as far as the name goes. So I'm going to put inch in front of here, and it should be inch toolkit then. Alright, so we're going to click File and Save and close out of there. Now what we need to do is replace these. Okay, we want to use these to replace the original ones, and what we're going to do to be safe is in our SprutXML's file we're going to right click and create a new folder, and that new folder is going to be called Old XMLs. Alright, so we're going to take this XML from Abstract Machine and we're going to drag it and stick it into there. Continue and continue. Now let's put it in there. Now we want to take the new one that we made and put it in here. Drag it in there. Continue and continue. Okay, and now we need to go back, so we'll go to Supplement, and then we'll go to Operations, double click, Mill Operations, and here's where most of the other ones are. So we are going to reopen that, and we're going to drag Mill 25D op. We're going to move that into Old XMLs. Continue and continue. Gotta love Vista. And we are going to drag this one and put it in here. Continue and continue yet again. Alright, so let's open that back up. Now we want pocket parameters, so we're going to drag that into Old XMLs. Continue and continue. And let's see what other ones. We want abstract mill. Well, that's in a different place. So we want engraved op and waterline. So let's take waterline and hold the control button and click engrave op. Open back up that, and we'll drag both of those into Old XMLs. That way we only have to hit continue and continue one more time. Okay, now so we want engrave op. Hold the shift button and move all three of these into that folder. Continue and continue. Now all three of those are in there, and we have to go back to find the abstract mill op. Okay, so we're going to go back to operations and pick abstract mill op. Bring back up the screen, drag abstract mill op into Old XMLs, continue and continue. And now we will drag this one back into that folder, continue and continue. Alright, so now we should be done. So we will X out of a lot of these things. Alright, now we can fire up SprutCAM, and we can check out our how good of a job we did with our new XML files. So let's go to SprutCAM and start it up. Okay, so first let's go and just open up a in the machining tab. Let's create a roughing waterline operation. We'll click on that, And it looks as if the library selection is correct, where it has picked the inch, otherwise it would have been just the regular one. So let's go, yeah, inch tools kit, that looks good. And let's go to some of the strategies, and look, it went to do not use trochoid. That's nice. Lead in and lead out. Oh, we must have screwed that up a little bit. I guess it was not the right amount that I thought, so it's 0.00. We'll have to change that one. And then let's go to parameters, and the relief angle is zeroed out. So let's click OK. And it looks like we've taken care of a lot of the presets, although that 50 thousandths is going to have to be adjusted. I'll let you guys figure that one out on your own. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial video.